All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lifts. And I haven't done this for a while, but I'm just going to do strength today, maybe functional strength. All right, heels up, right, and left. So today it's Tabatas. We've got 6 circuits, 2 exercises per circuit, 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and we're going to do 4 rounds of each. 4, 3, right leg. We're going to swing it, so front to back, standing nice and tall. Hold on to something if you need to, but just start with little swings, and then as you start to feel a little bit more comfortable, you can start to make them a little bit bigger. Good. Switching sides, so swing it front to back. So just little swings. Again, bracing the core, waking up the hips. 4, 3, switch it to the other side, out and in. And you can just tap and tap, but I want you to try to get that swing and at least just a little bit of a cross. 3, 2, switch it to the other side. So tap and tap. This is kind of your option 1, little swings. So you're going back corner to front corner. 4, 3, 2, switching sides, hip circle, heel down, toe up, nice and tall. Try to keep your hip to the side of your body. Change direction. 4, 3, switch it to the other side. Heel down, toe up. We're going to go with a stiffer knee, so the entire movement comes from your hip. Change direction. 4, 3, slow deadlift in the center. Hinge it forwards. Stand up nice and tall. So I think shoulders down, run my hands right down my legs and come back up. Hinge, 2, lift, 2. Good. Keep going. Hinge it slow. So hinges are used in a lot of exercises, especially lower body, squats, lunges, deadlifts. 1 more. All the way up. Slow squat. Hips towards the heels. Stand up nice and tall. So my upper body doesn't go anywhere. I'm bracing my core and it's all hips, knees, and ankles. Down and lift. So we still break at the hips, hinge it back, then lower at about the same rate. So start with the hips, then hips and knees bend at about the same speed. 1 more. Good. All the way up, open and close, just standing nice and tall. We're just going to think about open, big, and then give somebody a nice big bear hug. 4, 3, 2. Good. Let's take the arms out to the side. Big breath in all the way up. Take it back down. This is one of our exercises today, is we're going to do a full side raise. So you're just going to think big, wash the windows, or flag somebody down. Good. Arm circles. Take it up and back and bring it back. So circle up and around, back around to the front. Your circle might be out here. That's okay, as long as you're getting that nice big movement. Good. So thumb up, pinky down, thumb up, pinky down. Thumb rotate pinky, thumb rotate pinky. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Forward step and reach. So forward step, pull it back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can keep the arms a little bit low, but we need to start to practice bringing them up a little bit higher. Good. Side lunge. Step it out. Hold it in place. Little side to side. Good. 4, 3, 2. Hold it in the center. Cat cow. Inhale. Exhale. Good. In and out. In. 1 more. Good. Step it together. We're going to curtsy. Stand up nice and tall. So we have curtsy lunges today. So I want to give you the option, or give you a little bit of practice. Curtsy and lift. So your curtsy can be small. Doesn't have to be super, super deep. Down and lift. You know, I try to go as deep as your hips, knees, and ankles will allow. Good. We're gonna do our walkout. So give yourself a little bit of space. You can take the legs a little bit wider, hinge it forwards, walk it out, hold for a moment, walk it all the way back up. If you prefer, you are more than welcome to do this using a chair. You'll step back into a plank instead of walking yourself forwards. We do have planks today. You have the option of doing a different exercise. So you can do dead bugs, or you can do a weighted march or a halo. So you do have some options and some modifications. So walk it all the way out, best you can. Let's walk it all the way back up. Last one. Bring it back into the center, and we're just gonna start with our heel stomps. If you wanna do full jumps, go for it. Good, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders, up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. I think my project after I clean today is to pull out my summer clothes. Or at least my summer workout clothes, because long pants are just way too warm right now. All right, so first exercise, we're gonna do a split squat. That's just a lunge where you don't step forwards and backwards. We're gonna grab a light to medium dumbbell, palms facing forwards. We're going to lunge down, and then we're gonna try to do a full side raise. It's okay if your arms are a little bit in front. Second exercise, same leg, single leg deadlift. So you can always grab different weights there. I'm just gonna grab 5s for this first exercise. And it's okay if your shoulders are like, nope, we're stopping here. That's fine. But we're gonna do a lunge with an overhead. 3, 2, and 1. So this is we don't step, we go down, we come up, tap the thumbs. Now, if you want to do this body weight only, that's okay too. We just go down and we just come up, down and up. So you just find that range of motion that works. And if you have to stop, halfway, good. Rest. We're going to go same leg, single leg deadlift, and then bring it up. Good. 2 and 1. So we're getting some single leg work right here at the beginning. So nice, good hinge, nice, good lift. I'm focusing on balance today, at least in this round. Remember, always find that range of motion that works better for you. So I am able to go all the way up. Good, rest, little shake out. I'm gonna do the same leg. If you wanna switch sides, you can switch sides. But I'm gonna do 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. 2 and 1, good. So we just take it down and then as high as your arms will let you. Think about your arm position. If we have our palms facing down and we try to bring our arms up, it's not going to work as well. But if we take our palms facing forwards, like when we're washing a window, it's going to be a little bit better. Good, rest. Now we're going to go for that single leg deadlift again. And if you need to do a supported one, feel free. 2 and 1. So you can do your supported deadlift. We're just trying to get that leg to have to do most of the work. But if your balance is feeling pretty good today, mine was, hinge it forwards. I can tell I'm getting a little bit tired. I was doing good first round, this round not so much. Good, hinge and lift. Rest, shake it out. Switching over to the other side. If you did right then left, you're going back to right. If you did 2 right, 2 left, we're on the left. So down, lift, reach it up and overhead. So I want you to show me your fingernails. That's gonna open up your shoulder, make it a lot easier to go up and overhead. Even if your arms are a little out in front, show me your nails the whole time. Good, rest, bring it in a little, getting ready for single leg deadlift. 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna hinge and I'm gonna lift. And it's okay if your single leg deadlift gets you to your knee and then back down again, or back up. So you can hinge here and come up. You can see I'm holding my balance fairly well. I feel this in the back of my leg, and that's my goal. Hinge and lift. Last one. Good. Bring it up. We're gonna go back for that lunge, that split squat. So it doesn't have to be a big step back. Here we go. So drop the back knee towards the floor, bring the arms up overhead. Imagine you're trying to take your thumbs and try to get your thumbs to touch. So if you're here, it's here. I know it's hard to see sometimes. Down, and then lift. So flag somebody down, wave at them. 2, 1, good. Bring it in. We're gonna go for our single leg deadlift. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So nice, good hinge, nice, good lift. Remember, you can do a kickstand if you need to. So that just means you have one toe on the ground in the back. You still have that front leg doing 90+% of the work. Whoop. Falling over today. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Walk around, grab a quick drink if you need it. Moving on, circuit number 2, we're gonna do a side squat with a bicep curl. So step out, stand tall. If you wanna just do squat curl in the center, that's okay. Second exercise, I'm gonna do an overhead tricep. If you wanna do a kickback, you can do a kickback. So I'm gonna go a little bit heavier with my dumbbells. Side stepping squat, curl, 3, 2, and 1. So we just step it out, stand and curl. Out, stand and curl. So just a little sit, pick something up. So we step over it, we pick it up, and we stand tall. We want to try not to bend over, but we also don't want to step out and push our hips out. Good, rest and arch our low back. All right, triceps. I'm doing an overhead. I'm gonna do one dumbbell in each arm. Yes, you can do, good, time's on. You can hold one dumbbell on the ends. You can do a tricep kickback. I'm gonna alternate because I know that this is a little heavy for me for this exercise. And I'm gonna do this all 4 sets. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Going for our side squats with our bicep curl. And again, you can just do a regular squat. 2, and 1. But doing that side stepping, you're able to get a little more single leg, and you're getting some inner and outer thigh. So you're just still using those muscles. Down, squeeze the inner thighs together. Pull that leg in to meet the other one. 2, and 1. Good, getting ready. Triceps, overhead if you're feeling it, kick back if you're not. Good, bring the arms up. Good, I'm gonna lower and I'm gonna lift. Lower and lift. We wanna try to keep our elbows pointing forwards. So we wanna try not to let the elbow drop. So shoulder to elbow stays up, bend and straighten. Good, rest, bring it in. Switching back, side squats with a bicep curl. Good, 3, 2, and 1. So squat, pick it up and curl. Squat, pick it up and curl. So sit back and stand, sit back and stand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, rest. Triceps, triceps, triceps. You can do a couple rounds up and a couple down. Here's 2 and 1. So show me your elbows. Show me your pinkies, which is also the end of the dumbbell. Show me your triceps. And sometimes this just depends on what our shoulders are okay with. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. One more set. 4, 3, 2, side squat. So squat, stand tall, curl it at the top. So it's just a nice good lower, and again, it can be shallow. We pick something up and then we come up tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set of triceps. One more set of triceps. So overhead or kick back. Bring it all the way up. show me the end of your dumbbell, lower, and then lift. So I know sometimes we kind of pop our elbows out to the side. See if you can rotate so that I'm looking at the side of your arm, basically the back of your arm, from your pinky all the way down to your elbow into your shoulder. Good. Set it down. Walk around, grab a drink. We're gonna move on circuit number 3. We have deadlifts with a row, and then we have an ITY. ITY, we're gonna do 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. You can do both. Lightweight, or no weight at all. But deadlift, hinge, palms face forward, drive, stand. ITY. Thumb and shoulder control. I, T, and then we're gonna take it Y. So our Y is really kind of upside down. But I, palm forward, T, thumb back to the corner, Y. So let's start with the deadlift, palm up row. 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So palm facing forward, hinge, run the back of your hand up your thigh, and stand tall. So hinge, row, and lift. Try to keep your palm facing forwards, your thumbs pointing to the walls to the right and the left of you. Sometimes it starts to rotate in, 2, and 1. All right, you can do this body weight or light dumbbell. I'm using a 3, that will be plenty. 2, 1, so I, T, and then thumb to the back corner, Y. Thumb forward, I, T, and Y. So it's kind of a press back. I, T, Y. Bring it up. Going back for our rows. Going back for our rows with our deadlift. 3, 2, 1. So we hinge, run it up, take it back down. So really try to think about keeping the thumbs pointing out to the side. You do that by opening up your shoulder. Take the front of your elbow, so take your elbow pit and have it pointing forwards the whole time. 2, and 1. Good. ITY. And with ITY, I want you to try to keep your elbow pretty straight. 2, and 1. So sometimes we just kind of swing the arms up and just kind of let them go. But I want you to really think, move from your shoulder. So if you had a cast on your arm, from your shoulder all the way down to your wrist, you have to move from the shoulder joint because it's the only place. Good. Rest. Coming back up. I'm going to get my last Y. Back up. Getting those rows in. Here's 2 and 1. So hinge, drive, and then stand. So it's not really heavy for legs. We can go a little bit medium to heavy on upper body. So same thing here, opening at the chest and the shoulder, elbow pit points forwards. 2 and 1. Good job. Switching arms for me, IYT, and you're gonna find one arm works okay, the other one arm not so much. 2, 1, good. So thumb forward, thumb to the side, and then you kind of open, thumb towards the back corner. This is opening up at the shoulder, moving your shoulder through the joint, working some of those muscles on the back of your arm. Forward, side, reverse, and rest. We have one more set. One more set. 3, 2, and 1. So open the chest and the shoulders, tuck the ribs in, keep the ribs tucked and pulled under just a little bit. Hinge, drive, and stand. So it's almost like I'm taking the end of my dumbbell to either side of my belly button, kind of by my tummy. Good, rest. Gonna go for IYT or ITY. Here's 2 and 1. So thumb up, thumb to the side, and then kind of thumb towards the corner. Torso is parallel to the floor. We're just moving the shoulder down. Good lift. Side and back. 2 and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. You can walk around, grab a quick drink. We have one more set standing, and then we're gonna head down to the floor. This is our curtsy lunges. You can alternate, or 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. And then we're gonna do abduction. So we're just gonna take our leg out and we're gonna lift. And I want you to try to find the top range and try to lift at the top. And it doesn't have to be pulses, but I want you to try to hold it at the top. And maybe your top range is down here. Hold on to something if you need to. But curtsy lunges in 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. I'm gonna do 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. You are welcome to alternate if that's what feels better today. So we're getting quite a bit of single leg work today. We're making each leg work independently. 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're gonna try to find that top range for our side leg lift. Here's 2 and 1. So I'm trying to hold it out, and then I'm holding it at the top. And I'm already feeling a cramp, like right in here. If that happens to you, relax, give it a break, and then try again. We wanna try not to just lean, but you can. I mean, you can get that leg up there, but I'm trying to use my obliques. Good, rest. Curtsy lunges, curtsy lunges. So we're trying to find that top range. 2 and 1. Good, so curtsy and lift. We're trying to find that top range to do our lift. And your top range might be lower. That's okay. I want you to kind of find it somewhere that you feel it. Good, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go for that top end abduction. So moving away from the body. 2 and 1. So maybe your top range is down here, as long as we're feeling it. But if you can get it a little bit higher, lift and lift. Don't let the toes turn up towards the corner. If you feel this in the front of your leg or you don't feel it in the side, check your leg position. 2 and 1. Bring it in. A little shakeout. Curtsy lunges. I am switching to the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So we're going to curtsy, and then we're going to lift. Now, if you were alternating, keep alternating. I did 2 rounds on the right, so now I'm doing 2 rounds on the left. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So no dumbbells here. We're gonna find that top range. Here's 2 and 1. So I'm gonna find my top range and I'm gonna lift. And again, I'm feeling kind of right in here. And again, we don't wanna lean forwards. Try to stay tall. Rotate that hip, knees and toes point forward. Side of the leg is going up to the ceiling. 2 and 1. Bring it in. Curtsies. And you'll be happy to know that the next 2 rounds, there's really no legs in them. 2 and 1. So curtsy and then stand. So we've got our next rounds are chest press with Skullcrushers, and then planks and bird dogs. So you don't have any more legs today, really. Little glutes on the planks and the bird dogs, but this is our last set of legs today. 2 and 1. Good. All right, we're gonna go for our abduction. And I can tell this side does not feel good. Time's on. This side does not feel as good. It feels different. Like I can definitely feel a difference between the 2 sides. So hold on. Again, you can do a little lean, but I want you to lift. I'm using my obliques. I feel this a little in my low back. 2, 1. Bring it in. Shake it out. So I feel it in my low back, not because I'm straining my low back, but just because I'm engaging those muscles up there. But we're going to take it down to the floor. Chest presses and Skullcrushers. If you're staying standing, banded chest press, incline push-ups, something to work your chest. for the Skullcrushers, if you did overhead extensions, I want you to do kickbacks. If you did kickbacks, I want you to just think about changing your hand position a little bit, or maybe you did 2 here and 2 here. Do that again, 2 up and 2 down. But if you can, try changing your hand position like we did with rows, just something a little different. Or do a band. So if you're doing a banded chest press, you can do a banded tricep, 2 rounds right, 2 rounds left. But we're gonna take it down to the floor on our backs, chest presses. So grab your dumbbells. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So all the way down. Nice, good chest press. And I'm not doing anything fancy, so no leg lowers today or anything like that. Just focusing on chest, just getting a nice, good push. 3, 2, and 1. Little rest. We're gonna do Skullcrushers. You can do 1 dumbbell, but again, I'm doing 2. 2 and 1. So I'm going to do 1 dumbbell in each hand, and I'm going to bend and straighten. Same rule applies here. We want to try to have our palms facing in, lower the dumbbell to either side of our forehead. Now if you've got a single dumbbell, you're going to bring it towards your forehead. Good. Rest. Getting ready for chest presses. So just kind of keep that in mind. We don't want to hit our heads, we just want to keep it close to the head. Chest press, time's on. Press it up, lower down. We're kind of getting a triple whammy for triceps here today because we've already done a set of triceps. We're doing Skullcrushers, or a different set of triceps here. Good. 3, 2, and 1. And when we do chest presses, triceps are a helper muscle. So let's bring those arms up, 2 and 1. So we're gonna lower and we're gonna lift. Now I'm already feeling these, so I'm gonna continue with alternating. If you can do both at the same time, great. But I'm alternating here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Short rest. Now for those of you that do your chest presses with your palms facing in, you're really getting triceps in this set. So if you do palms facing in and your elbows are very close to your body, this is a little more tricep than chest. So you're really getting kind of a double whammy with triceps here and a triple whammy just in general. So we're gonna have very nice triceps today. Good. Rest. Gonna go for another set of Skullcrushers. 2 and 1. So arms up, we're gonna lower, and then we're gonna lift. Lower and lift. So slow and steady. This is strength. We don't have to speed through these. 3, 2, and 1. We have 1 more set. We're gonna do chest presses and we're gonna do our Skullcrushers. Here's 2 and 1. So nice, good chest press. So think about your hand position and your shoulder position on those chest presses. If upper arms are close to your body, a little more tricep. If your elbows are a few inches away from your body, a little bit more chest. 2 and 1. Got 1 more set of triceps. Good. 3, 2, and 1. So 1 more set. Lower down and lift it up. Keep that low back pulled into the floor, ribs tucked under. So we're getting core work here, even if it doesn't feel like it. So lower and lift. Here's 2 and 1. Carefully set the dumbbells down off to the side. We've got 1 more set. We're going to do a plank with a dumbbell pullover. So you're going to hold a plank, you're going to move the dumbbell to one side and then move it to the other. If you want to do a dead bug, then you can just do a dead bug, and you'll do a chest fly where you take one dumbbell out and then you pass it to the other hand without smacking yourself in the face and go side to side. So if you want to stay on your back, do dead bugs. If you're standing, you can do, it's called kind of like a halo around your hips or around the world. So take a dumbbell, pass it around your hips. It's all steady here. Second exercise, bird dogs. So hands and knees, and we'll do our bird dogs there. But we will come down onto hands and knees into a plank position. Dumbbell is behind one hand, and 3, 2, and 1. So we're just gonna pass the dumbbell from one side over to the other. And again, if you're on your back, you can do dead bugs with a little bit of a chest fly, even if there's no weights. If you're standing, around the world around your hips. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bird dog. Full hands and knees, right arm out, left arm in, and then hand to the thigh. If you're standing, good, time's on. If you're standing, you can do a single-sided march, so you can take it up and down right here. And if you want to stay on the floor, you can do single-sided dead bug. It's a lot of dead bugs if you're on your back on the floor today, but we're all about that core stability. Good, rest. Let's go for planks. And yes, you can be on hands and knees, but I like to be in more of a hands and knees plank where my knees are behind my hips. We pass the dumbbell to one side, and then we switch. So it's a dumbbell pull, so you want to pull it to the other side. So reach across the body, pull it, reach across and pull. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring the knees in a little. Nice, good hands and knees position. I'm gonna do the same side, 2 and 1. So right arm, left leg out, and then hand to thigh. Reach and in. I'm not allowing my core to move. I'm keeping my spine stable. Again, all movement is coming from my shoulders and my hips, from those joints out to my fingers and toes. The center of my body is stable. Good, rest. Gonna go for round number 3, dumbbell pull through. Again, if you're standing, you're doing that pass around. Good, time's on. So go both directions. So especially if you're standing, you wanna go both directions. So you wanna do clockwise and counterclockwise. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go for bird dog on the other side. And again, if you're on your backs, dead bug, opposite arm and leg. We're going to reach it out, bring it in. So if you're on the floor but you're on your back, you're doing 2 variations of dead bugs. And if you're standing, you're doing around the world, and you are doing kind of a single-sided march. You're doing what we do, but you're standing. Good, rest. Got one more set of each exercise. So we're gonna go into our plank position, pull it through. So reach across, pull it, and pull it. Sometimes we grab it and we wanna push it over to the other side, lift it up and put it there. I want you to pull it. So you're going from the side with the hand on the floor, pulling it to the side where the hand is lifted. It's a little minor difference, but it changes which muscles you use. Good, rest. One more set of bird dogs. So nice, good, stable spine. Reach, arm and leg out, and bring it in. And you can just do a hold. Adding in the movement is gonna add in a little more of a challenge, but if you're new to this exercise or you're having kind of an off day, just hold it. You're still engaging that core. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Little shake out. You can roll the shoulders, definitely circle those wrists. We've had a lot of wrist work today on the floor in that last circuit. Give yourself a minute. You can put your equipment away, or you can just hang out and stretch. This is your opportunity. Grab a drink, and then we're gonna stretch. So let's flip it over, hands and knees, and we're gonna do child's pose. So we're just gonna sit our hips towards our heels, reach the arms out, elevate your upper body if you need to. If you need to come to standing, this is a good one to do standing. Hands on a counter, hands on a wall, hands on the seat of a chair. Goal here, try to stretch out underneath your arms. Good, in 3, 2, 1. Keep the child's pose. Walk your hands to the right side of your body. Just a couple of walks until you feel a stretch on the left side. So it's just a little reach out. 2, 1. Walk it to the center and then walk your hands a couple of walks over to the left until you feel a stretch on the right side of your body. Good, let's bring it back into the center. We're gonna come up to hands and knees, walk your hands back just a little. We're gonna lift it up into a down dog and then come back down into a plank. So we're not gonna do a hold, it's a lift and a lower. So tuck the toes under, lift the knees, hips to the ceiling, and I want you to think about straight knees here, and then come back down into a hands and knees position. If you're standing, we just wanna go into a down dog and then stand. So I want you to get a stretch and then come back down. So this way we don't have the blood going to our head the whole time. Good, lift up, knees are straight, stretch the hamstrings, carefully come back down. And now we're just going to walk our hands back towards our knees. We're gonna come to a kneeling position. And now we're gonna take one leg out to the front, back to half kneeling, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, and we're just gonna go forward and back. So forward and back, forward and back. Good, hold your neutral position, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, and now we're in a hallway, and we're gonna bump our hip on the wall as we walk. So we're keeping the tuck, keeping the squeeze. It's not a lot of upper body, it's just our hips going side to side. 2 and 1. Bring it in. We're gonna switch it over to the other side. So half kneeling position, tuck your tail, squeeze your glute, and then a little forward and a little back. So ribs are tucked under, so our spine is nice and neutral. We feel that deeper stretch right in the front of our hip, maybe a little bit in your quad. So it's just forward and back. Good, couple more. Good, now hold the tuck, hold the squeeze, and we're just going side to side. So we don't want to relax and make it super big. We're keeping the tuck and the squeeze, so your range of motion really isn't that big. We're kind of getting a little bit of adductor here, little hips. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in, take that front leg, pull it back a little bit, come up to a standing position. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Good, let's take the arms out, palms facing forward. Big breath in, hands behind the ears, and then back of the hand to the small of your back. So bring it up here and down here. So same thing, ribs tucked under. This is why we practice the glute squeeze, we practice the rib tuck. Good, this time we're gonna take it all the way up, and I want you to do a little more tricep. Can you get your fingers to meet kind of in the center? Can we get our elbows to squeeze in a little bit towards our heads versus out? So can you take your hand in, and then can you start to pull it in like you're trying to cover your ears? So just a little squeeze. Good, bring it in, shoulders down and back one time, ear to shoulder, side to side. Good, bring it up, look to one side, look to the other. Good, bring it in the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time, big breath in and out, and you are all done.